And if we can get a roll call for members, please.
Jason St. Ange,
Leslie LaValle.
Jeff Bolte.
And Kevin Vino. We have 4 members. We'll be seating Leslie as an alternate tonight. So our quorum is 4 members, and the meeting will proceed. So first, we have a public hearing as a continuation from the application 20-7, Mr. Blake, 29 South Shore. Okay, so I think there's some changes been made on this, Mr. Blake.
Well, do you want me to review what I wrote in my comments?
Yeah, I saw that, Cindy. Please do.
Okay, so it's a continuation of the public hearing, and at the December 14th meeting, board members expressed concern of giving a front setback on property that is not owned by the applicant, David Blake. As of this date, February 8th, when no, not February 8th, when I wrote this, but anyways, I think it was Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday of last week. The courts have not yet made a decision concerning the legal ownership of 0.16 acres in front of Mr. Blake's property. So Mr. Blake has decided to pursue the variance with the 0.26 acres of property he presently owns. This lot is a non-conforming lot referencing the zoning regulations of 2012. And the reason why we're doing that is because this whole process started before our amended regulations. Article 6, general use and dimension provisions, section 2, non-conforming lots. And attachment 1 is the regulation I'm referencing. Did I attach it, guys?
I didn't see it, Cindy.
I didn't either.
Oh, yeah, I did. I attached it. It was on the back. So you can, should be on the last page. Lori, did that get in there?
No, it should have.
Leslie, do you have it?
No,
Okay. We can go ahead and read it if you guys have any, if you need to hear it.
Cindy, it's on the back of the memo, of your memo. It's on the
Oh, that's right, because you.
double-sided.
Sorry, guys, the neighbor's dog is out when. Okay, yeah, is it on the back page? That's because you double side them, right, Gloria?
I double-sided it. It's called attachment 1 on the back of your memo.
Okay, all right, so it should be on the back, everybody. Okay, number 5, property setbacks based on the zoning regulations of 2012, not the amended regulation of 2020. Frontage setbacks in R20 is 30 feet. Attached plan, site plan indicates front setback is 8 feet. Please note side and back setbacks are 12 feet, which complies with the zoning regulations of 2012. They have the health department approval for their septic and well. An amendment to the application will need to be voted upon by the ZBA members. Amendment will read, applicant is requesting a front setback variance of 20 feet to be amended to a front setback variance of 22 feet. And if you pass that amendment, then you can proceed with the public hearing. If everybody agrees to that. Bruce, is there anything you want to say, or David? Can Bruce or David talk, Kevin?
Yeah, go ahead and Bruce, or Bruce, you're representing Mr. Blake, correct?
Yes,
state your
for the
name.
record, Bruce Woodis with KWP Associates. I've been sworn at previous public hearing. Do I need to be sworn again?
Do you swear to the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Go ahead, sir.
So I presume that included in your packet is this the plan that shows the proposed location of the house? And so what this application is about is Mr. Blake is trying to convey this lot to Mr. Letourneau, who's also online with us tonight. And this is the house that Mr. Letourneau would like to build. And so if we position it as shown on the plan that's included in your materials, it will meet all the other requirements of setback except for the front yard. If we position the nearest corner 8 feet from the current existing boundary line, which would be a reduction of the setback by 22 feet, the house will fit. And then these folks can proceed with their sale and then their future construction.
Well, I would say that we need to first decide whether or not we're going to amend this application to go forward with any of the details. Do you have any comments from the members? In order to go forward, I would need a motion from somebody to amend this application.
Not 100% sure that I'm really for the amendment at this point because it's hinging on also a frontage that's not a road yet, as well as also based on the possibility of the land in the front being acquired to meet the setback from said road, which is not even a road yet.
I understand your concerns. I guess the question is still is if we're gonna have a public hearing on whether we're gonna allow it or not, we have to either disallow the amendment or allow it, and then we could have the conversation as to how exactly this is being done. So either we're going to allow the amendment and go forward with discussion, or we're not gonna allow the amendment.
What is, Jason, I don't understand your issue. They have permission from the zoning commission in your previous, application
Okay.
to build a house off an unaccepted road. That's an unaccepted part of the road. So it really,
Okay.
really doesn't have anything to do with, Jackson. If you're thinking about Jackson Street, it doesn't have
Yeah.
anything to do with that. It has to
Okay.
do with their right of way, that strip of land that's in front of that property that
Right,
they
that-
have permission to go from the zoning commission according to the ordinance.
Right. They
And that
still,
was in
they
previous.
still have to go through the courts in order to be able to acquire that piece of property.
Yes.
Folks really feel a little uncomfortable with us delving into this without either opening the public hearing. We're really having a conversation about the facts of this without actually opening the hearing, and we really shouldn't be doing that. Either we're going to amend the application and and open the hearing, or we're not going to allow the amend, and we're just going to close. the
Right,
public
so we
hearing.
can amend it and then we can still vote it down. So
Absolutely,
either way, so I make a motion that we accept the application as amended.
I second it.
Okay, so Jason made the motion and Leslie seconded the motion. We're now able to open the public hearing for discussion. Okay, now,
So Jason, so that road, so what they're waiting for, and maybe I can ask David, that is actually a right of way for you, David, right? Is David there?
he's still muted.
David, unmute yourself. Oh, let me call him. Sorry, guys. Let me get his phone
I
number.
think he's working on it. He's all set now.
Okay,
He's
Jay-
got his wife
All right.
helping.
Can you
All
hear
right.
me?
I just gotta I just gotta let my dog in. I'm sorry. Get in here. Come on. Stay put. Okay, so David, that piece of property that you're looking for, you have a right of way on that property you have a right of way to get to your property. Is that
Yeah, it's cor-
accurate?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So.
Where is the access to this property? How will he access this lot? Mr. Udis? Udis?
Bruce,
I could not hear the question.
How is he actually accessing the building lot? Where's the entrance to that lot?
Well, you see where it says current boundary line. It's uncertain as to what the limits of the town right of way is. The town professes not to have interest in the parcel that we believe to be an extension of South Shore Road that they're trying to acquire. And then there's the extension of Jackson Road that also appears to extend through there. So technically, his access would be from the end of the pavement out in front of David Blake's other lot.
Which is lot number,
47.
47.
so you're gonna have two driveways, two accesses on, and you're gonna have a double access into a secondary lot, is that correct? You're not showing that on the print, first of all.
Well, but I need to really back up here a little bit because of the Planning and Zoning Commission's actions. They are allowing him under that ordinance to build off an unaccepted street. So regardless of where the entrance is off that unaccepted street, which I grant you, it's not shown here, the driveway into. He can,
That's not allowed, I thought, to have two accesses off of one driveway.
what's,
To have an access into a property using the driveway, somebody else's driveway into another piece of property like that.
no, no, when he comes down South Shore Road, I think what Bruce meant, the paved part ends at lot 47.
Okay,
Then it goes on to that quote unaccepted street who nobody really knows who owns it. So, because
And
that's
then
an
you get-
unaccepted part of South Shore Road, I brought it to Mr. Blake and I brought it to the Planning and Zoning Commission to get approval under that ordinance that I think I gave you guys a copy the last couple of meetings. That says that if the Planning and Zoning Commission approves it, that they can build off an unaccepted road. So that part is done. He can build off of that road. All he's looking for, because technically,
he has
where
no
the,
access.
yes, he
He has no
does. Yes, he does. He has the access off that piece of property, which is a right of way. It's that piece of property is technically called South Shore Road, unimproved, not maintained.
There's a right of way through that piece of property?
Hey, right away for the house down the street from it, yes.
Yeah, there's a
Right,
house at the end of
David?
the road. Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
house at the end of the road somebody's living in.
Yeah,
It's about 700 feet, I'd say, down the road.
So
And they
you're,
plow it, Massachusetts plows it. They did it yesterday, so somebody's paying for them to do it. So,
so my point is, the only thing that you have to consider is whether he can go have a 22-foot variance off of the boundary line to that unaccepted street, easeway, right away, whatever you want to call it, and hopefully the courts are going to give it to, say, yeah, it belongs to Blake's. But for now, we're not waiting for that because we have the approval from the planning and zoning commission to build off of that unaccepted street.
Well,
I'm
that-
doing the same thing here that you did with Tweaksbury. Remember Tweaksbury?
Charlie Tewksbury.
Yeah, on Bros Landing. They approved him building off of Bros Landing, but he needed a front setback.
Right. Now Cindy,
Yes,
so that property that they don't own it currently, are they
right.
cutting a driveway through there or is it coming through lot 47?
No, their driveway will be right off of that, right, Bruce?
Yeah, the driveway would come straight out from the garage and join up with the existing gravel road and then turn left onto South Shore. It would not go through David Blake's
Right,
house
but
lot.
what about the property that they don't own currently that they're trying to figure out who owns it?
Well, that's where they're saying the
Going
road
through
would go
that.
through.
That's
The
where
road
the
would go through that piece of property that's unclaimed.
Right. Which we
So
really
how can,
can't
how
prove
can you
that.
go through a piece of property that's not yours?
Because it's on the list. And oh, wait a
It's
minute, I might
unclaimed,
have,
it's unclaimed property at this point, so that's what
Right.
we're trying to go to the courts for, to be able to claim it.
Correct. But,
So-
we have to approve it as if they haven't claimed it yet. So how can we go about that?
because he has a right, because
Well, if he has a right of way, he should have it in writing.
Right.
Does he, Mr. Bruce, do you have a right of way in writing for that piece of property?
I don't know.
They may not have anybody to petition for a right of way
True.
because there's nobody that's an owner.
Right.
yeah, Attorney Adams he cannot find the owner of it. That's why he's going to the courts so we can,
Mr. Blake, can
yes,
I swear you in, please?
yes.
State your name and address for the record, please.
David Blake, 29 South Shore Road, Thompson, Connecticut.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I
So,
do.
God?
All right, so
Okay.
Attorney Adams, sorry.
No, go
okay,
ahead.
Yeah.
this is why I don't like these Zoom meetings, because no, I don't have the list here with me of the unimproved roads, but we have been through this before. That's an unimproved road. And there's access to Mr. Blake's property for lot 48, and there's access to the property down beyond Mr. Blake, and I believe it's like that piece of property is in Massachusetts.
Well, there is that, you're saying there's access, Cindy, but there's access to a piece of property that's unclaimed. So until that can be rectified, we have a real hard time.
I don't have the deed. I mean, I can go online. If you guys want to wait, I can look for the deed, under the town clerk's office. But to keep him waiting, I don't understand what the issue is if that has been used years and years and years and years as the right of way.
Right.
Because you're back to that prescriptive easement business and all that kind of stuff. That's why.
Well, you want me to go
You get-
online and go?
And you're
go-
getting into a murky area here. I mean,
Then we have another issue being that we have to approve a variance of 23 feet. If he
22.
doesn't- 22 feet if he does not acquire that front piece of property, and that's way more than would be acceptable under our guidelines. We would never accept a 22-foot variance for.
It's a lot of record. It's not his fault.
Yeah,
So, wait a minute, I have to back that up. I'm sorry. You asked me the questions. I shouldn't be telling you these.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. It's not his fault, but at the same time, then you also have no frontage if you don't have
Right.
that front property.
Well,
Right.
he,
That's correct.
Well, the way we're
but
looking
look at
at
all,
it,
but one of your, and I forget where I was reading it, but you look at all the other lots in that area. Take a look at those lots and tell me how many are conforming
Mr. Blake, personally, if it were me, I'd be concerned about crossing that lot without owning it for fear that who knows
for
what
what?
happened.
Yeah, but I've been living here 42 years. Nobody's ever, there was a Quonset hut on that land, on my property and the piece I'm trying to get. I had to take it down because it became dangerous because be children. So it was on both properties, my property and the piece I'm trying to get, the Quonset hut was on. So somebody was crossing over there, living there without any problems. And, they're using a driveway they made. I just cleared the lot because it was a dangerous Quonset hut. So
Well, everything's fine until you get a letter from an attorney. I mean, that's when it goes bad.
What attorney?
If somebody tries
People
to.
have been crossing the lot without any problem. And I said, everything's fine until it's not a problem, until it is a problem.
and we'd be, looking at the plan, you're looking at an 8-foot setback right now without owning that property.
15 years. He can go to court and claim it as his own.
Do you want to set a stipulation that in 15 years he can build his house?
No, he's been there longer than 15 years, so he can go to court and claim it.
Well, then we think he probably has to do that until it's claimed.
I'm done. I don't understand. I don't understand what the problem is because it's really no different than what is on Bros Landing.
I think it's different. They
Yeah,
weren't
I
crossing,
think
they
it's
weren't crossing a
different
piece of
also.
land that wasn't theirs.
Right. They
Charlie,
own all the property.
That land isn't Charlie's up there either. That Bros Landing is not Charlie's. It's not anybody's up there. It's just shared.
with the road, you're saying, because it's not an approved road?
It's
Everybody-
shared by everybody.
Yeah,
But it's owned by
We're talking about
somebody.
an individual property, not the road.
Bros Landing is not an approved road in the town of Thompson.
No, but it has ownership, doesn't it?
No,
Nobody owns it?
The house
No.
lots do.
no. Well,
there's nobody that technically pays taxes. It's not a state,
No.
it's not an approved road where they don't plow it.
Right.
it's all deeded. It's in the deeds. It's
Well,
just
that's,
like,
that's the point though, Cynthia. This is not deeded to anybody. There's no ownership to this piece.
It's
Yeah,
not.
no,
the
no,
road's deed.
no. What I'm saying, the right of way is in the deed. David, do you have the deed to this? Is there a right of way into this from your deed?
I really don't know. I know Attorney Adams has been trying to find out. No, he said nobody owns that land. Nobody's paying taxes on that little piece of property. So there's just a piece of property just sitting there. And I want to, pay the taxes on this this house I want to have put on there, my friend. So, I mean, it just makes no sense that that little piece of property is being stuck just sitting there. For 40 something years I've been here, nobody's ever done anything except me to keep it clean. And,
Okay, I guess we'll just go on and look for the deed.
do we have the deed for that one? Perry's gonna look for it.
I don't know if we have or not.
Patty's looking for it?
Yeah, she's gonna take a look and see if she
Okay,
can find
let
it.
me get the,
What's the holdup with the court action, Mr. Blake?
Well, because of COVID, he couldn't get it in there because they weren't doing, but I talked to him last week and he's gonna push it through as fast as he can. He said all he's waiting for is the judge's sign off or, and he said he's 99% sure he will, because he has found out nobody that owns that little piece of property. Is just like it's a mystery, just sitting there. Nobody's ever paid taxes on it. What I think it is, years ago when Canoia's father built that road, he just put a road right through there. And now Webster's gonna build their own road on Jackson Road, so there's gonna be about 50 feet of just
Oh, wait a minute.
road just sitting there.
I have the deed right here. Wait a minute, maybe this is. No, no, I'm sorry, this is the folder for, I apologize, wrong folder. Sorry.
Well, I guess the biggest issue, Kevin, here would be that piece of property. I mean, I understand the house fits it's a non-conforming lot with the setbacks on the side and the rear, and it would be pretty close to fitting the lot size if they get the piece of property that's unclaimed added to the lot.
Right.
I guess that's the only stipulation, is they have to have that added in. And we could probably cut our time in half here if we approve the lot with the stipulation that the court signs off on that piece of property in the front.
I would be agreeable to that, Jason. I mean,
Yeah.
I just don't like, I agree. I don't like the idea of giving them a variance without ownership of the property. I mean,
If Attorney Adams is working on it, the court should have no problem granting ownership if it's been sitting there vacant for 40 some odd years.
Yeah, it's been there even longer than that, but since I've been there, I'm the one that cleaned it all up because it was just overgrown into the dirt road, and I've been taking care of that property for years myself. And Attorney Adams, like I said, he said he's sure he's gonna sign off of it, but he's just gotta get it to the court, the judge to sign off on it.
I don't know.
And since it's been, there's COVID, there's just not as many things going on in the courthouse.
Oh, my God. Right, so Schedule
Okay.
A,
what's that, Cindy?
I'm trying to get the deed here. Oh, I can't.
That's all I don't know if that's what she's looking for.
It's not letting me, oh, let's go to page 2. Oh, my God. There. Huh. Okay, the premise,
Do you have the same one I got, Cindy?
yeah, Schedule A I'm reading.
Yeah,
That's
it
what
says
we have.
10 feet is, if we can get it within 10 feet, it should pass. The way it sounds here. Second part.
Yeah, northeasterly 20. Oh, okay, yeah, the deed says no building or part of building erected shall be nearer than 10 feet from the street line. So that means that because this is the deed for that piece of property, then that's the street.
Yes,
Okay,
that's the same thing I got here.
yeah. I wonder, I'm not a host, so I don't know how I could share this with you guys. If I was the host, I could share it.
Can you just turn the paper up and show it to them or not?
I don't know. Let me just see what this, let me put this on share screen. Okay, I can hit that. Host is, okay, so the host so is Amy there, Jason?
Yeah, I can have her make you a host. Hang on a second, let's do that.
So it's 10 feet here when we bought the land.
No, I know she has to just, hold on.
Okay, Cindy, you should be able to share.
Okay. Okay. Right here. Okay, do you see it, guys? Let me make it bigger. Do you see it?
Where's the right of way on there, though?
Premise situated, bounded, Glenn Thompson, Benham County, situated south pond of Lake, blah, 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 being known and designated as revised plan of Colonial Parks. That all has to do with Massachusetts. A triangular tract of land situated easterly of lot 328, bounded and described as follows. Northeasterly 238 feet, more or less, by South Shore Road, as set on plan. Westerly, I can't read the, oh, here. Westerly 105 feet or more or less by lot 328, as on said plan. Or more or less by land formerly. I gotta figure that those are all the other lots on that land.
Well, I would say the surveyor should be able to tell us if there's a right of way on here or not. And it should be on the print.
Yeah, so here's the description that she just read you
Yeah,
is description of this triangular piece.
yeah.
And it says that it's by South Shore Road as shown on the plan. Unfortunately, this plan does not show this tract or the road. So the presumption is that South Shore Road runs along this piece of property, but South Shore Road, according to the town, is not a legal town road. It's a private road like Bros Landing, like Cindy was trying to say. And the, whether it's known as South Shore Road or Jackson Road or whatever, that's what would be bordering this lot. The town says that they don't own it. So that's why it's a piece of land that they're trying to acquire. The town says that they don't have any, the town was originally going to convey it. To my understanding, was originally going to convey this piece to Dave Blake.
Yes.
But then they backtracked and said, we really don't have any knowledge of us ever acquiring this as a road. So now it's considered a private way. And so that's why the planning commission said, okay, it's a private way, then you can build on it because of the ordinance that we have that allows you to build on a street that's not an accepted town road.
But it's not on the street.
Well, it
not on the
is that
street.
piece of,
That piece of
Well, there's-
property is between that lot and the street. Correct?
No, that lot is on the street, is on
No,
South
that-
Shore Road. That lot is on South Shore Road.
South, right, Jackson Road is a different road.
Right.
Jackson Road is the other road that is supposedly in here as well. So this piece of land would conceivably be South Shore Road, because this lot borders on South Shore Road according to his deed. But we don't have any definition from a plan or a legal description of what the limits of South Shore Road are. Because it was never described and never shown on the plan. It just was described in this deed.
Cindy, you can take that down off of screen if you don't mind.
Yeah, I'm looking at some old maps from his folder that came in from Massachusetts. And they don't even have any Okay, they don't even have any lot names, numbers or anything on the Connecticut side. It's all Massachusetts side. Let me just see this one. No. Oh, wait a minute, I got another map here. Nope, it's still the same thing. Yeah, I mean, we could look at another deed, volume 72. That's Canoyer. Who is Canoyer still on that property, David?
Yes, he does.
Oh, want to take a look at his deed?
Well,
I got it right here. Because it would be the same, it's right along that strip, right, David?
Yes, it is. He just goes down that dirt road and that little
Okay,
road, the driveway there.
Is that the gravel driveway that's at the end of your property or what is it? Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's pretty close to the end of it. Yeah. Canoia has a place down there. Yeah. So I own a little tiny piece of that.
Right, so he's got a right of way through the corner of your property.
Yeah, he did that around 20 years ago.
Okay.
And I've owned the land around 15-ish years.
So he actually already uses that piece of property that
Yes, he does.
as a right of way through your property and through that property.
Yes, he does. So
Okay.
he's going right through it too.
Okay. That's a little bit more information than I was privy to a minute ago. Now I'm thinking that maybe it's not such a bad idea because there's already somebody doing it. So it's happening already. There's already a lot in the back that they're driving through that lot. So
well, I had told you there was a lot on the Massachusetts side that she drives through there too.
Yeah,
not
there's a house.
not through that not through that right away, through that
What?
property.
Wow.
Yes, she goes through that throughway, yes.
No, not the road. The Jackson Road. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that piece of property that he's trying to acquire.
Right.
There's only one right away through that lot. There's a driveway at the end of it to the right hand side of the picture.
Yeah, he lives down there.
Right.
Canoia,
There's nobody
yeah.
else driving through the
But
lot.
doesn't that woman use that road too, David?
Well, she uses the dirt road, yes.
Yeah,
But she don't
Right.
she
no,
don't cross over. What he's trying to say, she don't cross over that piece of property onto my land.
Right.
Like Canoia drives over through my land to get to his house.
okay,
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
okay.
So there's already somebody going up through that
Right.
property.
That's what I'm trying to say is that
Yeah.
already has a precedent. There's a precedence. There's already a lot that's going through an unclaimed property. So the fact that how long has that person lived there, that Canoyer?
30 years, probably.
And it hasn't been an issue in 30 years.
No, he's been at
Yeah.
least, he's owned a lot longer, but he's been there about 30 years.
Yes, volume 72. So that's going far back, so in
Yeah.
the town clerk's office.
I mean, are we gonna, if we were to approve this, are we giving approval for him to cross over land that he doesn't own? Is that what we're doing?
No, all your,
Oh, technically.
who wants to answer that? All he is looking for is a 22-foot variance
I understand that.
from his front property line to that right of way.
But he still has to cross that Neverland to
Well,
get to his house.
Well,
Right.
I've been doing that for years. I've been parking vehicles there and nobody's ever come and complained about that. In Canoia,
I'm not, that's, I'm not trying to give you a hard time. It's just that I don't know if we want to be in the position of granting more or less rights of way through properties that you don't own. That's my only question. Not to give you a hard time. I'm really not.
Yeah, I
trying to give you a
understand
hard
that.
time.
But
I'd like to help you if I can.
Well,
Really
I mean,
was.
Canoya's been doing it for 30 years, so I mean, nobody's ever complained about him.
That's
We're
the
still
point
looking
that
at the setback though,
That's all you're doing is a setback,
right? And if-
because he already has permission from the Planning and Zoning Commission to build a house off of
right,
an unimproved road from the town of Thompson.
right, but you still have that unknown property that who we don't know who owns it.
That
So we're not-
unknown property is the unimproved road, is an extension of South Shore Road. And
Okay,
So
so
you-
you're looking
so
at
you
an
say-
8-foot setback instead of 22 then.
so I'm looking at what?
An 8-foot
So he's-
setback, looking at the plan.
No, 22 foot, because all he can go is setback is 20 feet, 8 feet from the
From the
property
road.
line. And the regulations under the 2012 was 30 feet.
Right, but looking at the plan, from the edge of that unknown property, which is his property line, to the corner of the house, it's an 8-foot setback. You know, we're granting a setback off of that unknown property to the road, so we really can't do that.
You're asking, he's asking for a variance
Right,
from the 30 feet,
correct,
so it's a 22-foot variance
yeah,
that he's
It's also-
asking for.
but we don't know who owns that property. So he would need a variance off of that property line, not the road.
I think you're right, Jeff.
The road and the property is the same thing. There's
No,
no
it's not.
difference.
Look,
Yes,
How
it's
is it the
not.
same thing?
Not the same thing.
has anybody driven down there? I drove down there.
Doesn't matter what it looks like though, Cindy. It's a question of legality. I think that's where.
What, I don't understand. Okay. I don't know what you're questioning. That
Our-
whole
the issue is
strip
I'm looking at
there
the pl-
is the right of way. Am I correct on that, David, or Bruce? That whole strip is the right of way? Is what you travel down, is what Canoia travels down, that whole strip?
Yeah, it's a whole strip.
So,
So but I mean, he crosses over that right away. I mean, he's been doing it for years, like I said.
no, so when
So-
it-
There was a
I know-
guy over in Wilsonville that had a prescriptive easement on a piece of property that he drove over, he claims, for 30 years, but he didn't get it.
right, well, so you're
Yeah.
saying,
He would have had to go to court to get that. He doesn't get that through you. They just appealed
correct,
he would have had, and he was going to court to do that, but I understand that he ended up buying the property, so.
right. But we knew the owner of that property, and we don't have an owner of this other property, and
Because it's either Thompson's or, I mean,
It's the same thing as, it's no different than Bros Landon's, it's no different than Logie's Road.
Yeah, it is, because you had owners on the other one.
well, Cindy, if that section on the plan was marked out as an unimproved, uncertain road, legal, whatever, that'd be different, but we're seeing Jackson Road, which is north of that other small property. There doesn't specify there's any type of road on that property.
Jackson Road is in Massachusetts. It has nothing to do with Connecticut.
No, I get that, but that's where we're looking to put
It
the
shows-
variance up to.
It shows.
No, we're
no,
not. No, you're
not even-
not.
not even close.
On the map that we're looking at, it shows that Jackson Road is actually in Connecticut and goes into Massachusetts.
Right,
Yeah.
Do you see the boundary line?
It parallels Jackson Road.
so,
See the
That-
property's boundary line on that?
yes,
It is.
okay,
has
so
nothing-
Cindy,
Do you see where I made my note? Is this 8-foot setback?
yes,
It's from the boundary line. And that strip there,
from the current boundary line, not the one where we're looking, where,
not the boundary line of the 0.16 acres that which is the unaccepted road.
okay, all right.
You know, in all fairness to all of you and to be here, this unaccepted roads, these non-conforming lots,
So
they
Cindy,
are a challenge for everyone, for all of you.
So what you're saying on here, Cindy, is Jackson Road, there's actually two roads. South Shore Road is what which is this piece of property is the part of the South Shore extension.
Yes,
Okay.
unimproved road of South Shore Road.
So then what is Jackson Road? That just parallels it? There's two
That's
roads?
Massachusetts. That's
Yeah.
gonna be developed for their subdivision over
Why
there.
isn't South Shore Road on this print?
right. Other than the main
It shows that
drive,
it
it's
ends.
not,
I can't answer that. Bruce, are you there?
Yeah, we actually had South Shore Road written in there at one time, but there's been so many iterations of this plan. You know, we've gone back and forth with how we're been trying to treat this and, you know, in terms of these variances and with the legal things, for some reason, the note that said, you know, Jackson Road and South Shore Road are not both there, but that it should say South Shore Road, legal status uncertain, also underneath where it says Jackson Road on that part.
I just
And-
wanna, yeah.
But it's so, this is one of the most confusing projects I've ever been involved with because of the lack of clarity on the location of this South Shore Road. You know, except for a short line shown on the map that's called for, and except for the legal description that says that the boundary for the current boundary line runs along South Shore Road, there's no definition as to the length or the width or the status at all for South Shore Road.
But
And
but
so-
there is a legal description in a deed for this piece of property, though.
There is a legal description in the deed for this property that says that it has 238 feet of frontage on South Shore Road.
Not only
We
that-
just don't know how wide it is or what the status of it is. The town says it's never was become a town road or a town maintained road.
But not only that, the property card says 31 South Shore Road. If it was not a legal lot, it would be, well, even if it was a legal lot, it still would be 0. But because it has an address, that means that's legal. It's 31 South Shore Road.
So that lot did exist.
Yes. Oh, yeah, it's
But
always
you're saying it's
existed.
also part of the road too.
What'd you say?
This never lot here, it does exist, but you're saying it's actually being used as a road.
Somebody
Yeah.
used to live here.
Is that what I'm hearing?
Not that little
Yeah.
piece we're trying to get. Well, they're not riding over it. They could if they wanted to.
So the question is, maybe Mr. Woodis can answer it. So the house that's owned by Mr. Canoyer, when he's driving to that house, it shows the driveway going through that piece of property. Is he actually driving off of what you have listed here as Jackson Road, legal status uncertain? Is he coming off of that road and driving down, or is he driving right through the middle of that property? Because that's what Cindy is saying, is that this piece of property is basically a road.
So to answer your first question, he's driving down a gravel roadway that is over where it says Jackson Road, legal status uncertain.
Okay.
The parcel that Mr. Blake is trying to acquire is technically what would be known as South Shore Road.
Okay.
But as far as, you know, I mean, Jackson Road is a road that is mostly in Massachusetts. You know, you don't see the roadway limits, you just see this gravel roadway. And people have been calling this Jackson Road, they've been calling it South Shore Road. And as I said, the limits of either are very unclear. And this often happens when you get properties that are near a state line like this. You know, Webster doesn't want to have anything to do with the part of Jackson Road that's on the other side, and Thompson doesn't want to have anything to do with it. And so it's just it's a very unclear definition as to what either road is. But purportedly, there's two different roadways that run right through there side by side.
Where is this home that you're talking about, the Canoyer? Where is that? You say that he's going to, where is the?
David can explain it better.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you go down the dirt road and he owns all the land. If you're looking at my property from the dirt road, he owns all the land on the left going down that dirt road, the dirt driveway there.
Well,
And I own part of that dirt driveway, and then the piece I'm trying to get is part of that dirt driveway, and then he owns the rest of the dirt driveway. So you see it at the end of my property, where it comes
No,
to.
I think I'm a little confused.
Dave, Kevin, if you're looking at the lot 48, all the way to the far right-hand corner of the lot where it's a triangle,
Yep,
the driveway that's driving through the two properties, that's
Yep.
the driveway he's speaking about.
Yeah,
where's the home? Where's this Canoyer's home?
it's down at the bottom of that hill to the left.
there's,
So he's actually crossing through this Never Land and through your property. to get-
So he's crossing through three pieces. The piece I'm trying to get, my piece and his piece.
actually, there's another piece involved in that too.
And Popiak owns on the other side.
Yeah, looking at this, he's got to go through Popiak's land to get to his land.
Yeah, so
Okay.
actually four pieces.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the GIS for the town, and
Yeah,
Popiak owns pretty much everything south of you and
yeah,
everything.
he owns,
South
yeah,
Shore.
all that swampland Popiak owns.
Yeah.
So where's Canoyer's land?
It's on the left,
David.
it's on the left side going down the hill. So I own a little piece into the woods. and
Okay,
he
I
owns-
see it. I see it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I don't
So-
know. I have it, the map geo up here on my
Yeah,
computer.
So what would prevent, and so let's just say that you acquire that land.
Yes.
Do you have to give him a right of way through that property? I don't think so, because there's nothing in the deeds, correct?
No, because I bought that land. No, there wasn't anything in it. We bought the land after he put that in there. I think he put it in before we bought the land. I'm not positive though. Yeah, I think he had Leo Construction dig it up or something.
But he can also access his land from Jackson Road, from the dirt road of Jackson Road.
Canoyer can?
Yeah,
He
Canoyer
doesn't
can.
have to go- He doesn't have to go through that Never
That's what it
Land?
looks like, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have to, no.
Okay.
And as far as, what's his name? Popiac, he can access his land from Indian Inn Road.
You know, most of that swamp.
Yeah, but well, I guess there's a lot to be said for technology, huh, guys? I'd still rather be meeting in person and go into my office and get maps and stuff. Yeah, okay. So we got that. Whoops.
Any other questions, gentlemen? Ladies?
I don't know if you wanted to see that map, but I just looked at it. Geo map.
Yeah, I've been looking at it.
Believe me, I understand what, your issues here, just on a personal note. I live on, I'm landlocked right away. Been here 40 years. Anybody ever try to get that piece of property, they're in for it. That right away into my property or build off of it, so.
All right, well, if there's no other comments, I'm gonna ask if there's anybody else that would like to make a comment. And we'll close the public hearing.
Can we vote? I mean, not we, you guys vote on, so I don't have to keep on paying this $330 every 2 months. On we get that piece of land, then it'll be passed. Can we vote it that way, or can you vote, excuse me? would you vote?
I would personally feel comfortable with that. I don't really feel comfortable about granting the variance without knowing that you own that land. I just think there's fraught with possible legal challenges from a lot of people. I don't know if we have the authority to grant permission to cross property that isn't owned by you. It's kind of a murky thing here.
Yeah. Don't we cross property that Thompson owns to get into our property?
But Bros Landing is the same thing. Nobody owns that land out there. And everybody crosses it to get into their property.
Well, you say that, I don't know that.
Driving down the road,
Are we gonna
What?
stop?
driving down a road. Rose Landing is an unapproved road, but this is,
It's not even, have you been to Bros Landing?
yeah, I've been down there.
It's-
Yeah, but we're talking about a legal description of land here, Cindy.
Right.
We're not talking about a physical, we're
Yeah,
talking
but
about
we,
a legal description that has
It's-
legal implications.
It's still, I mean, I pulled 5 deeds at the end of the road that 5 people have a right of way to certain parts of there in their deeds.
But they don't have it. Where's the
The
right of way
5
for it?
people. Yeah, they do. It's okay.
Could I say something? Is that
Sure.
appropriate?
Let me swear you in, Kevin.
Yeah.
State name and address for the board, please.
Yeah, Kevin Laterno, 37A Wabash Ave, Worcester, Mass.
And could you raise your right hand? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, so help me God.
Go ahead, Kev.
In listening to everything, I just, between Bruce, his question's more geared towards you and Cindy, where you read the deed. Now, Bruce, knowing that it says this parcel that I'm buying without purchasing this next piece borders South Shore Road, do you feel that that parcel that David's trying to acquire is South Shore Road?
Technically,
yeah.
oh, go ahead, Bruce.
Yeah, essentially, yes.
So that piece is actually, I think that what's lost here, there's no map that Bruce could acquire that shows that little piece being South Shore Road. There's nothing we see tonight anyways. Bruce, I don't know if you've had an
No,
opportunity.
there's no
to
map.
There's nothing for a map, but yet there's a description on the
Well,
deeds.
You should be able to go back and find out who owned the property. Who was the last owner of the property?
Attorney Adams could never find out.
Yeah, it sounds to me like it's like a paper road, like it's never been on a map. It's just what it is. It's just an extension. So the legal road ends right there, and that's just an extension of a road that doesn't.
It's
Well-
just, it's exactly like where I live. Bates Avenue ends. And the rest of it into my property is a right of way, a dirt road. It's still called Bates Avenue.
So if you were, if he
Anybody that
was
lives
to-
down there and just goes.
What?
It's like a free for all, basically. Anybody that lives down that road just uses whatever they want to use.
Well, nobody lives down this road
Well, this road
and
is-
nobody can build off of this road.
So let's just say that let's just assume that, I haven't been down there, but let's assume that what you're saying, that is a roadway. And Mr. Blake is successful and he acquires that land. Can he now stop the traffic on that road then?
No, I'm not asking for all that land now. I'm only asking for that 10 feet or whatever it is, or 20 feet.
I
There's
thought you
a-
were looking for this whole piece.
No, I'm just looking for that little piece, that the 20-something feet. Isn't there a line there? You can see the 0.16.
Yeah, but that's what we're talking about. They're saying that's South Shore
Yeah.
Road.
Yeah, so nobody uses that road. It's just a dirt piece of land that's been there. They use the road next to it.
Right.
You know, so if it becomes his road, then yeah, no one could drive on that dirt pot because it's now no longer South Shore Road. If I'm understanding that correctly, that piece he's buying is actually the end of South Shore Road. Nobody drives on it as it is,
Right.
other than Canoia going across it.
Yeah, in the one house. See, the problem is, I
Well, the
think,
one house goes down the other black stone,
yeah,
black,
yeah,
whatever,
Jackson Road.
Jackson Road.
Jackson Road, yeah.
So that's what just to try to clarify it, I don't want to get in the middle. I'm not the draftsman or, I'm just trying to, it seems, from just, it looks simple to me as far as that piece of land, I think is South Shore Road that we're actually buying. And if that all goes through, then that's part of this land and no one would use it because no one uses it now. The town would be basically selling it to David, who's then selling.
How could the town sell what they didn't own?
See, that's where all this confusion is, I guess, yeah.
Actually, I'm looking at a map here from Webster, and that actually shows South Shore Road actually goes into Massachusetts, which I guess they must have changed into Jackson Road. I'm looking for a date on here. I don't see a date, but it's
okay.
old.
With all the attorneys in the phone book, couldn't we have found somebody that could have figured this out?
Yeah, I would think. I've been doing this with April will be 4 years with Attorney Adams. Now he's finally getting close to finally getting it done. But I mean, I got the wrong attorney, I guess. I even asked Amy if she had a better attorney, but the town attorney doesn't do that. So the other thing I think the problem is Canoia's father actually built that road. So he said he took a bulldozer and just built a road to his property. So, I mean, I could own all that land. I might own that piece of land. We don't know, even though I could actually own that little piece of land.
Unless he claims prescriptive easement over it.
I don't know what that is.
That's
A lot of people
right.
don't.
It's what's the I can't remember the word I'm looking for. It's just you've been using the property for over 15 years, so you can go to court and claim it as yours.
It's not a prescriptive easement, it's a,
Eminent domain.
Eminent domain,
Yeah,
that's the word I'm
yeah.
looking for, yeah.
not eminent domain.
Yeah.
Eminent domain is when the municipality takes.
Eminent domain is a town claiming right.
Right.
A prescriptive easement is the same thing as adverse possession,
Adverse
except.
possession.
That's the word I'm
pertains
looking
to
for,
easement,
adverse
where
possession.
possession pertains into ownership of land, ownership of property.
Adverse possession, that's what he could, because he's been using it for 15. Oh, this is 1963. This map I'm looking at that shows South Shore Road going into coming down there going into Massachusetts, but which is what they are now calling Jackson Road in Massachusetts. Okay,
All right, well, I think we're gonna start to wrap this thing up. Is there anybody else in the audience that is online here that is for or against this? Now's the time to speak. I don't think there's anybody else on the Zoom with us, but 9 people here. So we'll need a motion to close the public hearing.
Make a motion, we close the public hearing.
I second it.
Jason made the motion, Leslie seconded the motion. Public hearing is closed. Mr. Blake and Mr. Letourneau, this will be a conversation between the members only.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Comments, gentlemen and ladies?
Come on, turn it off.
I think the only thing we could technically do is to approve the variance under the condition that they can acquire adequate documentation from the court to prove ownership of that unclaimed land.
I agree with you, Jason. I don't think it's our position to be letting people cross property that they don't own. I mean, I understand all this about it being abandoned and everything, but it's just not a very good precedent. I don't think for us to be setting.
Right.
I would be in favor of approving the variance based on the fact that they acquire the land also. Leslie, Jeff, do you have any comments?
No, I agree with that. And this might spur Attorney Adams to get going.
Right.
You know, so I think that's the best solution.
Hey, Jason, if you want to put that in the form of a motion, please.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the variance under the conditions that Mr. Blake can provide adequate documentation from the courts proving ownership of the lot off of Jackson Road and South Shore Road Extension.
I'll second that motion.
Mm.
All in favor?
I
Okay, so the vote will be yes or no based on the motion that the variance will be granted, provided that the land is acquired through the court system.
Mhm.
And go ahead, Jeff.
Yes.
Leslie,
yes.
Jason,
Yes.
and Kevin, yes. So it is approved based on that stipulation, Mr. Blake, that you acquire the land. I think he's gone.
I think he may have left the meeting.
Yeah.
I don't think he understood his instructions.
He could have
It's
stayed.
okay, I'll let him know.
Attorney Adams can get on the stick, he can get to work.
Yeah, I think that needs to happen.
Mhm.
Thank you very much for all the time that you've spent on this. This is a very complicated and difficult one. So we really appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Yeah, thank you. You as well.
All right. So I need a motion to accept the minutes from our last meeting.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from the last meeting.
I'll second it.
Jeff made the motion, Leslie seconded it. We have correspondence in our package, and if there's anything on here that you care to comment, please interrupt me. We had the P and Z minutes from December 28th. We had the ZBA budget report, which I think we can maybe talk about, Cindy, after. We had our ZEO memo. Land use for municipal land use agency boards and commissions. We had correspondence from Webster Zoning Board of Appeals and notifications from them also. Get several notifications. And Connecticut Federation of Planning and Zoning Agencies.
Can I say something here?
Sure.
Going back to the Connecticut Land Use Law for Municipal Land Use Agency Boards and Commission, that is a seminar, and it's an all-day seminar, 9 to 4. There's breakouts in different topics. If you'd read the brochure that we had sent along, it's a very, very valuable seminar. We went to it 2 years ago, and then I've been to it several times. I'm actually signing up to go back because what happens for me is I get credit for all to renew my my certification for ZEO. So whatever I attend, I get credit for. But it's so valuable, this seminar. But when I get the there's a section on the zoning board of appeals from 11:30 to 11:20 to 11:50, stuff like that. So anyways,
So if
but I can
any-
share my information with you too.
so if
I'll be
anybody's
getting the packet.
interested in that, notify Cindy and she'll take care of it.
Yep.
Number 7, appeals and variances. We have an application 21-01, Michael Bart, 622 Fabian Road. If we could get a motion to accept that application.
Make a motion, we accept the
I'll
application.
second.
Jason made the motion, Jeff seconded it. That'll be on our next meeting. Applications received after the agenda was posted. I take it there are none, Cindy?
Nope, none.
Our friends at Linehouse Road, we're gonna have a discussion on that.
Okay, so this is very interesting. I got a call from Attorney Cottonwire the other day, and did I put it in your memo there?
I thought I saw it somewhere.
I saw something on that.
Oh, it's 3 pages. I just stapled them wrong. That's all, guys. 4 pages.
Okay.
So attorney, he now officially the administrator of the estate of Fred Bates. He only represents the estate. He has no financial interest in the estate. And he knows that we want the town to be cleaned up. The town wants the property to be cleaned up. He's had a few inquiries as to what can be done on the property, and depending on who can do what will depend on what they're going to clean up, if that makes any sense. So the people that there's a couple of people that he's been talking to, they will clean up the current debris and they want to reopen the business as a salvage operation. And he understands that the estate has delinquent taxes to the town of Thompson. Whoever takes on this project understands that all debts need to be cleared. And before investing in settling the financial and cleanup issues, the interest party wants to know if they can reopen the business. So my investigation that needs to be done, according to 2012 or amended 2015 regulations, can this business be allowed to be classified as a non-conforming business? And actually the non-conforming language between the two set of regulations have not really that different. We pretty much kept what was in the 2012 regulations for non-conforming. Investigate any responsibility the state has to the state, meeting any violations. Investigate if the related state agency will let this business continue. If they even have a say. I mean, don't even know that. And the business will need a state motor vehicle salvage license. And again, the state would tell me that. And just to let you know, discussion was done a couple of months ago with one of the members concerning of the P&Z concerning this. And the member said salvage operations are not allowed in the town of Thompson. And my comeback on that one was, this is a non-conforming salvage operation. So if the fact that the state took the license away and the ownership changes, which it has or will, can we allow this? And that's all the work that needs to be done in answering those questions.
If I'm not mistaken, Cindy, a non-conforming use that stays vacant for more than a year reverts back to its zone.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I have to double check that, but I know you and I had talked about that. And let me just make a note of that. There was something else to that too. I can't remember. Yeah, property might never get cleaned up. Okay, so 1 year non-conforming use. Okay, I got that down.
They would need a variance to reopen, in my opinion, but
Well,
because they've been closed that long, that they wouldn't be able to just reopen on a grandfather clause. You're
Right.
changing names, and it's also been closed for over a year.
mm-hmm. Yeah, it has been. And then of course, then you know, we get the flyer from concerning the Supreme Court decision, and then it refers to all the state statutes, and you know, I printed them out and I started reading them, and it's like your head just like turns. Yeah, it could be very simple and say no. Yeah, if that's what. I mean, I think in the end that the town attorney has to get a letter on this. What do you guys think?
I agree.
Okay, right. Right.
I don't think the neighbors are gonna be very receptive to reopening a salvage yard, but I could be wrong.
Well, there's certainly a lot of stricter state statutes on fence and everything. I don't know if I don't know if those were in existence when the back history of this, they went through, I can't remember what years it was, but I did read, I mean, I basically read the whole file. And, you know, they certainly did not follow through on what they said they would do. And so I don't know how strict the state is on their state statutes, because they're pretty strict about enclosing the place and protecting the neighborhoods and stuff. That was pretty interesting when I was reading that, so.
It must be a encyclopedia full of DEP regulations.
Yeah, that I didn't even get into those, even though I do have a DEP report in the file. They did send a report in, so. Yeah, the file is pretty thick. I organized it because it was really disorganized too, so. Yeah. So do you want me to continue just looking into this and going ahead with the attorney, right?
Sure. I mean, well, they're asking for the answer, right? Whether they can.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, they deserve the answer.
Okay.
I mean.
Yeah, it was very interesting, you know, knowing that this came up, and then 2 days later, I got that, we got that email about the Supreme Court case, which our town attorneys are very, very astute on sending us information, you know, through the courts like that when stuff comes through.
Did we get that information as to what that, I mean, I know you alluded to it on your memo, but I don't think there was really any, is there a short answer as to what these judicial decisions were?
Yeah, I believe the answer was the appeals court said they could go and do what they wanted to do. They turned down the ruling of they gave them their certificate of location for a used car dealer. Let's see, the zoning board of appeals should not apply variance standards of review and Yeah, the appeals court agreed with the applicant.
That
So-
what, that they should be allowed to reopen and why?
Yeah, older. Yeah, I have to read it again. Yeah, I'd have to, because it's all legalese. I have to. Overruling the appellate court and holding was repealed and this. Oh, I know what the dispute was, is the state statute. Was one part of the state statute repealed, and that's why I printed it. So, all right. I can reread this and answer your question next month. Do you want an answer now or do you want an answer next month?
I think they're the ones that really want the answer.
Yeah,
They're pressing for an answer on whether they can reopen. Is that
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
hearing?
pretty much. That's what they want. They feel that they can open because they're a non-conforming business. I mean, I can also take I can even do it tomorrow, I'm not working tomorrow, but go right down the street from me is the guy who has the financial interest in it and say, yeah, exactly what do you want to do there? I mean, I can do that too. but- All right.
Okay.
Does anybody have any more questions on me on that issue? Okay.
Number 10, municipal practice group update.
Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. Did anybody have any questions on that one when you read it? These are the things that they they review in those workshops for the seminar that's going on, all day seminar. It's stuff like, it's cases like that that they talk about.
All right, well, our next meeting is March 8th. Yeah, 30 days from now. And it'll again be by Zoom. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming.
Just one more thing, Kevin, on the budget. The
Oh, yeah.
budget meeting, yeah, the budget meeting was canceled for tomorrow. It's next Tuesday at the same time.
Well, let me run this by the members then.
Okay,
Cindy and I had talked about the budget, and I believe, without seeing the numbers in front of me, it was $2,000 or $3,000 a year that I guess we've been operating on pretty much on a year-to-year basis. And up till now, we have not been running out of money. And at the end of the year, the money goes back into the general fund. I take it, Cindy, if it hasn't been spent.
everything except the material, the office supplies. We extend that over to the next year. I always pull that over to the next year.
So it was my recommendation that we would just petition the town for the same budget, and it seems to have been working right along for us, and if we don't use it, it goes back to the town anyway. Is everybody in agreement? Any comments?
Yes.
So if you could pitch that for us, Cindy, I'd appreciate it.
Okay. Yep, we're meeting a week from tomorrow. They had to cancel the meeting, so that was scheduled for tomorrow. Okay,
All right, well, I'll make a motion. We adjourn the meeting.
I second.
Jason seconds it. Meeting is adjourned. Thanks, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
night.
Good night. I don't know how to do this. Oh.